after almost 2 weeks of relentless firefighting, the raging wildfire at the Dzüko Range on the Manipur side is finally under control now. With concerted efforts from the first responders, who were the local volunteers from the nearby Mao villages, the Manipur Fire Services, Manipur Police, SDRF, NDRF and air support from the Indian Air Force, the wildfire has been contained now. However, firefighters continue to be stationed in the area to ensure there is no further spread, and the Inferno is fully doused within a day or two. The SDRF and NDRF personnel have been camping in the area for the last 10 days as they carry out relentless operations. And my colleague Gautam Sharma is in a Mao village in Manipur to give us all the latest updates. So now we'll listen into him.
Right now, I am at the foothills of the Mount Isa Hills, which is one of the highest peak in Manipur, at the base camp, which has been set up to carry out the mission for extinguishing the Dzüko fire. And I'm going to be joined by the president of Mao youth organization, who has also been taking an active role in extinguishing the fire. So, what is the Mr. Dzüko? What is the condition of the fire and how is the situation right now?
So far, the fire has been somehow controlled, but still the fire is raging on the western side by the help of our NDRF, SDRF, Fire Service of the Manipur, Mao Police Force, and especially the youth force from the neighboring village of Mao has actually proactively we have controlled the fire, and somehow we have actually somehow in control for the fire is in control. But like I said, the fire is still raging on the western side. We need still lots to be done, and actually how I would like to say the genesis of the fire. The fire, we have overheard that the fire has been started on 28th night, and on 29th we with a team of youth from the neighboring village, especially the Songsong village, we have went to the Isu peak to observe the conditions of the fire. As we reached the mountain top, we observed that the fire has been raging on the Nagaland side, as I said, as it has not reached on the Isu peak side, on the side of the Isu. As the fire has been raging, we kind of concerned that the fire will reach towards the Isu peak, and we tried to douse off the fire on that day also. But since the fire has been very strong, we were unable to douse off the fire. So we actually went back that day. On 30th, we came back again, and we observed that the fire has reached the peak of Isu peak. And from there, the fire has been raging till this day. And by the help of the volunteers and the state force, NDRF, SDRF, we have controlled the fire. The fire has actually completely destroyed the flora and fauna of the foothills of the Isu. Till this day, the fire has been controlled because by the grace of and by the support of our honorable CM and our honorable Minister Dzüko and other state force. We really wanted to thank the Manipur government for being very proactively engaged into us and engaged into this situation. Today we have some of the armed force policemen who has been kept ready to control the fire just in case the fire continue to race towards the habitat side of the people.
And it may be mentioned that around 300 acres of forest area has been destroyed by the Inferno on the Manipur side of Dzüko Valley, which broke out on the 29th of December. On 31st December, Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh also conducted an extensive aerial survey of the wildfire and responded with additional support. And also let me tell our viewers that My colleague Gautam Sharma with video journalist Prema Nanda is right there in ground zero, giving us all the latest updates from ground zero. And almost after 2 weeks of relentless firefighting, the raging wildfire at the Dzüko Range on the Manipur side has been contained to a large extent now. And also, let me tell our viewers that with concerted efforts from the first responders, the local volunteers from the nearby Mao villages, the Manipur Fire Services, Manipur Police, SDRF, NDRF and air support from the Indian Air Force, the wildfire has been brought under control. And you can see on your screen, so these are fresh visuals from near the fire site where SDRF and NDRF personnel have been camping for the last 10 days. And speaking to Northeast Live, Editor-in-Chief Wasbir Hussain over the phone a short while ago, Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh congratulated the firefighters and all involved in the operations in Dzüko. The Manipur Chief Minister also thanked the centre for its continued assistance. Let's listen in.
I am now joined by the Manipur Chief Minister, Mr. Biren Singh. Mr. Biren Singh, welcome. Can you give us an update? We understand that the fire in the Dzüko Valley on the Manipur side is controlled to a great extent.
Yeah, really, Wasbirji, it is a great news. We were really worried about the expansion towards the Mao and the surrounding villages inside the Manipur territory. But fortunately, due to the hard work of the NDRF, Indian Air Force, and the security fire service firefighters and the local volunteer support, at least we have contained the fire inside the territory of Manipur. But some little smokes are visible in the part of the Nagaland. Just I think it will be almost contained. We can take, and I would like to congratulate and I would like to thank the central government, mainly the Union Home Minister Amit Shah ji, for his timely and appropriate interventions. Otherwise, it could have, damaged lots of forests, and it could have damaged even the human habitat also. And I would like to congratulate and thank the Indian Air Force teams, NDRF teams, mainly you, media peoples, media fraternity. You have covered well and you have awakened the people's concerned and sanitized the issues timely in tackling timely. Thank you, Wasbirji.
Thank you so much, Birenji. And another thing, now that the fire is under control, are you planning to, in the next few days, are you planning to make a trip to that area to assess the damage for yourself and take up corrective measures? Because yesterday you told us that 300 acres of forest have been damaged.
Wasbirji, yes, definitely. Tomorrow itself, I am sending my Minister in charge, Losi Dikho, to the spot, along with the senior police officials. And the forest, I have already sent, yesterday I have sent the forest personnel led by the BFO to assess the damage site, to assess the property, how much we have lost, how much jungle has been damaged, like this. And tomorrow I will send the minister in charge along with the government official. After that assessment, I will personally thinking to go.
Right. And my final question, my last question to you, Mr. Chief Minister, what will be your strategy to prevent this kind of a tragic incident in the future? Because the people have to be sensitized and there has to be a strategy in place. Are you also going to think about this so that you don't have this kind of a fire in the coming years?
Exactly. It should be a common effort jointly with the government of Nagaland and the people of Nagaland and the people of Manipur as well as the government of Manipur. So yesterday I have spoken to the Honorable Chief Minister, Brother Nephew Rio, to constitute a joint committee of the both states and so that we can prevent such kind of things in future. And now we are, because this time we are so difficult to get inside the affected area due to lack of the infrastructure. We do not have proper road, proper way to penetrate. So just we are trying to construct some road. Road means not in a big way, but to in the trekking, so that people can go. Because
Right.
the area is so dense and so sticky.
Right.
So the foot, the road has to. We have to make the road which we can walk.
Absolutely.
Not for the vehicle movement.
Right.
So we're trying to do, and I will do it.
Mr. Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, thank you very much for speaking to Northeast Life and updating the viewers on the situation in the Dzüko Valley on the Manipur side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amish Life. Thank you.